In a world where passion meets obsession, the game of table tennis becomes more than just a sport. It becomes a battle for identity, purpose, and redemption. The screen fades into the intense gaze of Timothée Chalamet as Marty, a young man driven by a fire no one else seems to understand. He stands alone, a paddle in hand, the rhythmic tap of a ball echoing through a dimly lit gym. Across the table, the question hangs heavy in the air. Do you make money at this little table tennis thing? Marty hesitates, eyes focused. Not yet, he replies softly. Do you have a job? The answer is no, but there's something unshakable in his tone. Marty isn't living for a paycheck, he's living for belief. Well, he says with quiet confidence, I live with the belief that if I believe in myself, the money will follow. His words linger, almost naive yet deeply powerful. Gwyneth Paltrow, playing his sharp and skeptical mentor, fires back. And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work out? Marty doesn't blink. That doesn't even enter my consciousness. She stares at him, torn between admiration and concern. Maybe it should. But to Marty, doubt is death. There's no turning back. The montage erupts, a whirlwind of frustration, determination, and raw emotion. The sound of paddles smacking balls turns into a percussive beat, blending with rising orchestral strings. We see Marty training late into the night, sweat dripping, hands shaking, a man on the edge of collapse but unwilling to give in. His voice cracks in a quiet confession. Everything in my life's falling apart, but I'm going to figure it out. Then enters Odessa A'zion, playing Marty's closest confidant, a fierce, free-spirited young woman who believes in him more than he believes in himself. Do you need help? She asks tenderly. I could help you. Her presence feels like a lifeline, but Marty's pride pushes her away. You want to go hustling again? Put your money where your mouth is, he challenges, his defiance masking his desperation. The scene cuts to a shadowy back room, a makeshift table tennis den filled with underground players and gamblers. Kevin O'Leary, known from Shark Tank, appears in an unexpected turn as a ruthless promoter who sees Marty's raw talent as his next big bet. We will find you, he says coldly. 176, 177, back baby. His grin is predatory, his intentions murky. The crowd roars as Marty steps up to the table again, his world shrinking to the bounce of the ball. Then we hear a voice, his father, broken yet proud. Welcome to your life, Marty. The words hit hard. I can't support your mother forever, the father pleads, the weight of responsibility pressing down. Marty's reply is almost a vow. You're not going to have to because I'm going to step up. I'm going to step up in a way you can't even imagine. The trailer's energy builds with an electric intensity. Tyler, the creator, makes his cinematic debut in a gritty supporting role as an underground hustler who tempts Marty with fast money and darker choices. Marty, he says with a sly smirk, I'm going to make you an offer. Marty shakes his head. I gotta do it completely on my own, every man for himself where I come from. That's just how I grew up. The tone shifts to tension and chaos. Flashbacks flicker. Marty's childhood, his mother's illness, long nights practicing in silence, the echo of loss and ambition blending together. His voice grows more uncertain. What are you doing? He asks himself in the mirror, trembling. Across from him, a rival player taunts him. I don't think you understand the stakes here. Marty lets out a nervous laugh. I get nervous laughter sometimes. The energy suddenly lightens in one surreal moment of humor. A side character blurts out, Are my eyes broke? Or is that a mouse? The crowd chuckles, a brief release before the storm returns. Thank you so much, Marty whispers to his supporters. You're my up, we believe in you. The applause grows, echoing through the trailer. The beat drops, chaotic, fierce. Marty's rival screams from across the table. Hey, I'll rip that unibrow right off his forehead. The crowd gasps. You want to get physical like an ape? He shouts, the tension boiling over. Hands slam the table, cheers erupt, the lights flash, the crowd rises in applause as the music swells. Come on! Someone shouts, and the screen cuts to black. In the silence, a single voice trembles. Have you ever thought about what you're doing to me? It's Odessa's character, on the verge of tears, confronting the emotional toll of Marty's obsession. Marty looks away, torn between his dream and the people he's hurting. Cut to darkness. A gunmetal title fades in, from visionary director Jonas Reed, the fictional filmmaker behind Marty Supreme. Then the chaos returns. Give us our money, a voice demands from the shadows. The stakes rise. This isn't just about the game anymore, it's survival. When they do, Marty mutters, I'll be right behind you. The trailer crescendos, flash after flash of intensity. Marty playing under blinding lights, his sweat mixing with tears, his paddle clashing against invisible odds. Everybody wants to rule. The iconic lyric plays softly, a haunting rendition of the classic Tears for Fears anthem, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Marty's voice breaks through the music. It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box. A flash of laughter, disbelief, and then determination. His rival spits out, "You think it's that simple?" Marty nods, unwavering. "Yeah, I do." The camera zooms in, locking on his eyes, burning, alive, and fearless. "This is my part," he says, the music rising. "This is my..." The beat cuts. Silence. And a single whispered word, "Welcome." The title Marty Supreme explodes across the screen in bold gold letters, the music swelling like a final heartbeat. In this film, Timothée Chalamet channels both vulnerability and fire, portraying a young man on the verge of greatness or self-destruction. Gwyneth Paltrow brings elegance and gravity to her role as the guiding mentor who both loves and challenges him. Odessa A'zion grounds the story with raw emotion, while Kevin O'Leary and Tyler, the creator, inject unexpected grit and humor into this unpredictable world. Set against the backdrop of a 1970s-era table tennis underground scene, Marty Supreme reimagines the classic sports drama as a psychological odyssey about belief, ambition, and the price of chasing perfection. Every frame carries the tension between passion and obsession, between love and sacrifice. It's not just a film about winning, it's a story about finding meaning in the struggle. The voice of Gwyneth Paltrow echoes over the final montage. "Maybe it should enter your consciousness, Marty. Maybe you should think about what happens if it all falls apart." The music fades, leaving only the soft thud of a ping-pong ball bouncing in the distance. As the credits roll over glimpses of tournaments, backroom deals, and teary-eyed reunions, one final line cuts through the silence. There's no turning back. The screen fades to black. In theaters December 25th, 2025. A journey of hope, ego, and redemption. Marty Supreme is poised to become the next generation's sports epic, echoing the emotional highs of Rocky, the artistic depth of Whiplash, and the heart of the Queen's Gambit.